So the original plan when we bought the place was because it had rear lane access, we would effectively plan to utilise that space in the rear lane and to get rental income.
So we decided to build a granny flat on top of a double garage. We realised that it was quite a difficult site in that it's quite small and nothing sort of off the peg was going to suit the site. We didn't know at first that we wanted to build a passive house because we didn't really know about them. But then when we went to the architect, Envirotecture, they knew all about passive houses and they were able to transform what we wanted, which was a low running cost living space. That what we wanted was a passive house.
So this passive laneway house is a granny flat, which in New South Wales means that it's 60 square metres in size. That's fairly compact. Due to the nature of the council constraints, it's not a particularly cubic form either. So the added surface area of the building has made it a little bit more complicated from an airtightness point of view. Small buildings are notoriously difficult to make airtight due to their relatively large surface area. We managed to achieve it on this job, mainly thanks to a fantastic builder and a little bit due to good design. Because the house sits atop of a large double garage, we had to provide stair access, and we actually kept the stair to be external to the thermal envelope, partly to reduce our floor area and partly to reduce complications with construction. We've used some very nice double glazed windows. We have a huge sliding door on the northern elevation along with the bedroom window, and then we've got some smaller windows to the south. The east and the west orientations are completely blank, partly for privacy, partly for thermal reasons. The deck was screened with a hardwood timber with a nice trapezoidal profile. The offcuts and wastage from that were used for the handrail up the staircase and also for the gates in the rear laneway. We've used a fairly compact HRV unit, and then we've used the roof of the bathroom in order to put the manifolds in order to distribute it around the building.
We've got our ventilation unit cycling the air. We don't have all the condensation and mold problems that we've had in places we've lived before. It's a bit like magic. No, I don't know how to phrase this. It's just a really nice environment to live in. If you're in here with the windows shut, it's actually really, really quiet and you don't hear the birds singing. It's so quiet, which is nice, it's peaceful. Sometimes you want to just open the window and connect with the world again. Because it's a small space, we do get hot. We had to put the aircon on a few times.
Pleasantly warm in winter. Had some really cold days in Sydney and the heater's gone on once.
We've got 6 kilowatts of solar panels on the roof and we're not going to pay for any energy use at all. I don't think the passive house elements really added to the cost of the build. I think the finishes that we would want anyway were probably a bit more expensive, but that would happen whatever house we built.
Yeah, I don't think it added to the build substantially.
One of the things I like about this granny flat is the size. The fact that it's small is the perfect layout and the perfect size for us and what we do.
Also, the aspect from the second floor with the big windows is quite nice. It's nice having a blue sky in that view.
So we planned to build a granny flat, rent it out, and we were going to live in the main house. But this turned out so nice. We were going to try living in it for a little bit. Now we're going to live in it permanently.
Well, it would be hard going back to the house, despite the fact that we retrofitted the house with insulation, double glazing in parts. It's still cold in winter and couldn't get close to the level of performance that the passive house produces.
If I built another house, definitely, it would be